yourself.
Hey, everybody, it's another episode of Go Flix Yourself. My name is Ben Konowitz, and with me, as always, is the movie gallery in my Blockbuster, Bradford, Oman.
Hey, that's me.
And
I'm a small movie shop.
Small movie shop?
Yeah.
That's what you want to be known as?
Small movie shop. Yeah, you know why?
Why?
Small movie shops are the coolest. Blockbuster's corporate sellout.
The
Suck it.
Okay.
Suck it.
Wow.
Do you remember what movie gallery was called before it was a movie gallery?
Take One Video.
Nope. Take One Video.
Hollywood
the one
Video.
Over by, nope. Hollywood Video is Michigan City.
Movie gallery?
Nope.
Movie gallery 2?
Box Office Video.
Box Office Video!
Oh, yeah.
You know what, Nate? You can be the family video to my Blockbuster.
Hey, I like Family Video.
I'm wholesome.
Yeah.
You are. You're
I remember it was such a big fan.
small town charm.
It's such a big deal when Family Video finally came to the port because it was like fucking free kids movies. It's just
I think
Is that how you were at 6 years old?
Yeah.
Like,
And my voice was that deep too.
Mom, I want a kids movie.
Mom, can we get the new Land Before Time?
The one where Littlefoot dies.
Whoa.
Spoiler?
Yeah.
Sorry.
Jeez.
I'm sorry.
Kids out there listening to this and they haven't watched all the Land Before Time movies. All
They're not caught up.
12 of them, I think.
Yeah, we did this. We did a game about the Land Before Time series on the podcast previously.
It's a lot of them.
It's like, how many were there? And there were like 13 sequels.
Yep. It's a line from Land Before Time.
Is it really?
Yeah.
yeah.
No, so I've never seen it.
Ducky says it.
That doesn't sound
That's
like
a
character.
great memory, by the way, because I don't remember any of the characters' names.
I used to watch the original Land Before Time a lot. So Littlefoot.
Like, when did you stop watching it?
Oh gosh,
Tuesday?
yesterday. Littlefoot, Ducky, Sarah,
boy.
Chomper is the T-Rex.
Not just big as stuff. Chompers.
Spike is the like the sleepy one. He's like the Eeyore of the group.
Sheboygan.
I think that's it. Those are the main ones, right?
Buddy Holly.
Yeah, I'm looking at the characters. Littlefoot.
Littlefoot.
Or Littlefoot. Sarah? Is
Yeah,
that right?
Sarah's the Triceratops.
Ducky.
Uh-huh.
What about Petrie? Did you name Petrie?
Oh no, Petrie's the bird. That's right.
That's a dish.
That's a shit.
So this is a movie podcast.
Yeah.
We talk about movies, guys. We talk about the last movies we saw. We talk about trailers.
Land of Time rewatch podcast.
Land Before Time.
Not
Nate.
It's not
Obviously, I've seen it.
not a TV podcast whatsoever. Only a movie podcast.
Well, we'll see.
No,
I love how Brad's warming up to the idea.
No,
No.
Here's the thing. I will never qualify this as a movie and TV
because
podcast.
it's not.
But I'll still occasionally bring up TV shows.
Not occasionally. Every episode you guys do.
I haven't.
Every episode somebody does.
No, nah, bro. That ain't me.
I don't believe it.
You are the worst offender.
I don't think so. I don't remember ever bringing up a TV show on this podcast.
He makes a good point.
So Brad, do you have a sponsor who organically reached out to the show and said, "Hey, you know what? I want to give you guys some money to sponsor this episode."
Ben, let me ask you a question.
CBS Ghosts on CBS.
Jesus Christ.
Just
Fucking
shoehorning in.
Grandpa over here trying to.
Well,
you guys watching Ghosts on CBS?
It's after NCIS,
I don't
but
know.
before Blue Bloods.
Wait,
I
we gotta hit on Ghosts.
I
It's a
don't
good
know
show.
about you, but I love watching Ghosts on CBS. That Indian fella's hilarious.
What is his name? I forget his name.
I don't know. I've only seen the first episode. It was enjoyable though. It is a good show.
It's shit all over me. Like, actually, goes on CBS. Pretty good.
It's a solid show. I've been meaning to go back to it.
Is that CBS's new slogan? CBS. It's pretty good.
I don't know.
No, CBS. This show's actually surprisingly good.
Hey, just try
Yeah,
it.
give it a chance.
Yeah.
No, really, guys. It's not that bad.
CBS. See what happens.
Ben, let me ask you a question.
Oh boy.
Who has the best French fries?
Ooh. Of all the fast food restaurants,
Yeah.
I think that Rally's has the best French fries.
Yeah, that's the correct answer. Nate, do you agree?
That's fine.
That's fine.
When's the last time you had Rally's French fries? It's been a while.
2005.
Okay,
maybe?
there you go.
Oh, okay. Do you have a different?
He was on his
French
way
fry
to
that you
see
prefer?
The Exorcism of Emily Rose, and he got Rally's.
Wow.
I mean, I will say that a fresh fry, freshly salted
It's pronounced French fry, but okay.
from McDonald's is a good
yes,
fry.
that's true.
no,
Yeah,
you're right.
If you can get the fresh French fries from McDonald's, they are,
It's got to be salted though too, because I want a little bit of salt on my fry.
aren't they always salted?
No, I was really mad the other day because I had some fries that were fresh, but it was not salted, and
Maybe they just didn't salt them enough. Maybe you got like the fries that were like at the bottom.
Yeah, no,
Anyway,
I was excited because I'm like, well, maybe I'll
Lord.
get a fry that's got some salt on it eventually. Ate through the whole thing, no salt.
Now, Nate, would you qualify this as a French fry podcast now?
Also, do you not just have fucking table salt? Can't you just put salt on them?
It's not the same.
No, not the same because it's a lot like of a finer salt.
Yeah. That's true.
But B, I was in my car. Like
Yeah.
I got it
And
delivered out
also,
to the car.
yeah, and also when you do your own salt, the salt doesn't stick on the fries because the oil isn't
you.
fresh on the fries. So
It needs
that's
to
why you got to
happen
get it
in
right
the
away.
process. It needs to happen in the process.
He's right. Nate knows.
So no, you put the salt in the ketchup and then you dip it in the ketchup and you're good to go.
Well, first of all, if you're dipping McDonald's fries in ketchup, you're doing something
You're doing
wrong.
it wrong.
What?
Plus,
Why?
I eat it in my car, so I don't have the ketchup there anyway. But
oh my god, this is not a French fry podcast. What the fuck? What's the sponsor?
No, I definitely don't dip my McDonald's French fries in.
no, because you don't need
ketchup.
to. If
Okay.
they're good enough.
Exactly,
I'm-
then they're perfect.
Listener, I am
Same with
so-
Rally's fries too. I'm not dipping those motherfuckers. in
If I
anything.
remember right,
so
though,
sorry,
Rally's
everyone.
fries are they oh my god.
crispy and seasoned.
Okay, yeah, I was gonna say,
Yeah.
they've got some seasoning to them. Right?
Yeah, they're delicious. They're perfect.
Yeah, okay.
So, well, Ben, I'm glad you said that you like ketchup with your French fries.
I do.
Yeah. So, because I got a treat for you, Ben.
Is this just ketchup?
It's just ketchup.
Open up, lean back, buddy.
I'm gonna hand you this can of Pringles, and you can check out what the flavor is.
We call
there
it
on the can.
Heinz.
French fries and ketchup.
French fries and ketchup is the flavor of these
Wait,
Pringles.
wait. Is it ketchup or catsup?
It's ketchup.
It's ketchup.
Yeah.
'Cause I'm not doing catsup.
Again, Grandpa. Go ahead and try out these ketchup and French fries Pringles. Get yourself a little crunch there. Crunch on them. Now, Nate, I noticed that you put the Pringle in your mouth upside down.
Is that how you always do them?
No.
Yeah, look, watch him. Okay, now he didn't do that the first time though.
I feel like he doesn't ever look. I think he just puts them
Bunch of my
I
mouth.
literally had no I had
don't have
no
a reference point for
agenda
that.
to this.
How are the ketchup and French fry Pringles?
They taste like ketchup-y.
Yeah.
I actually like this. This is good.
Actually, the one thing I think is interesting about these,
Where'd you get these?
I found them at Walmart. It took me a while to
Put them on the ground.
It took me a while to find these. These have been out for like I think a couple months now. They came out with 2 other Pringles flavors, Philly cheesesteak and hot honey, and they were they're
That's what I call Ben.
Hot honey is my nickname.
Philly
I think.
cheesesteak. But no, they and these were supposed to be out along with them.
Those are delicious.
Couldn't find them anywhere. It took me forever. I finally found them at Walmart recently and got them. But no, one. So I've talked about ketchup chips, I think, on this before because Brittany introduced me to them. My girlfriend Brittany, she loves ketchup
Do you have
chips,
a girlfriend?
and
Is that a thing, honestly, from...
Canada. No, it really is.
I was going to say Australia.
No, not from Australia or Africa. The ketchup chips are big in Canada. You can get them everywhere.
Oh, yeah.
But they're harder to find down here. Some stores happen to have them every now and then, convenience stores. So I was really excited to get these so that there were some more ketchup chips around. I'm impressed because not only do they have the ketchup flavor, they actually taste like French fries too. Like it's not just
Well, it's a potato chip.
Well, no, but
so
that's
does help.
what
It helps.
But that's what I was surprised
Plus
by.
it's a Pringle. I like a Pringle.
Because they don't taste like the original Pringles
we-
mixed with ketchup.
Can we just get that audio of just Nate saying that?
It's a good Pringle.
I like a Pringle.
Let's go Pringle.
I like a Pringle.
But yeah, so like it has a French fry flavor with the ketchup, and it's not just the original Pringles flavor, which I was surprised by. So
Our listeners should really try one of these. You're good.
yeah, go if you can go try and find them at Walmart.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, Brad finally found a good sponsor.
I've been begging. I've been begging for a good sponsor for a while.
Thanks, buddy.
hey,
We'll keep these.
you're welcome. No,
Yeah, we're going to keep these.
no,
Yeah, these are going to be for future guests. We're going to put them all over there.
This took me a while to find. Don't
Yeah,
eat
we're
them.
gonna-
Don't
actually,
eat them all,
Nate-
Grandpa.
Eat them all. Eat all of them. Yeah,
Jesus,
we're just going to have a 2-person conversation, and you just go as long as you want to go, Nate.
You're good.
you're a monster.
I love this
I've
so
had a
much.
long day.
Brad, what's the last movie you saw?
The last movie I saw, actually, we'll talk about in a little bit because it's also I don't know if it's the last movie you saw.
It's not.
It's not the last
I
movie you saw,
can't
but
wait to hear.
but it's a big movie, and we'll talk about that one last. So before that, the previous movie I watched was Whitney Houston. I Want to Dance with Somebody.
You're really on a bodyguard kick.
This kind of just happened by coincidence because
I thought you were going to say by accident.
I'm kind of. I had this movie sent to me a while back. I get Blu-rays every now and then sent to me from the studio, which is great when I miss something.
Humble Brad.
And this was one of them. But I wish I did miss it because it's awful.
Oh no!
It is just bad.
Is it long?
It's like almost 2.5 hours
Yeah,
long.
I heard it's long.
And it's just it's like a Lifetime movie. Like
Oof.
it felt that way even in the trailers.
Yeah.
Like it didn't feel
the
good.
performances aren't good. It is a paint by numbers formulaic biopic through and through, and not even in like a normal good way. Like movies like Ray and Walk the Line and stuff like that are fantastic.
They're great movies.
This is not, because it's like a montage of like milestones, including a couple bits of Bobby Brown being a piece of shit and Whitney Houston getting caught up in drugs. Otherwise, it's like the most cliche way of presenting like Whitney Houston's big career moments. Her getting her record deal, her finding out about the singing the "I Will Always Love You" song from The Bodyguard. Stop eating the fucking chips.
I was watching on the side of my eye,
Crunchy McDick.
and I'm like, oh my god, he's gonna bite that right into the mic,
Son of a
right
bitch.
when Brad's talking, and I'm gonna laugh so hard.
I'm talking about the late Whitney Houston and this shitty movie that they made for her.
I mean-
and you're over there crunching chips.
They're really good.
Nate, your dumb face just looking at him like, I'm gonna do it.
You're lucky that this isn't cocaine. Don't you fucking do it. Give me those chips. Put them back. Get them over. Stop eating my chips.
He had a tough day.
Doesn't mean he gets chips.
What else?
He's got beer.
What else have you seen?
Jesus, that movie's bad though. Don't
watch it.
don't even bother. Like seriously,
You know, it's good.
it's not worth it.
These chips.
Oh my god.
What else did you see, buddy?
I also watched The Woman King. With Viola Davis.
I really want to see that. How was it?
It's great. It's fantastic. It has a kind of a classic war movie feel to it in a way, but like it's kind of
like set in like what 1800s?
yeah, it's kind of like it feels a little bit like Gladiator.
Okay.
But yeah, it follows Viola Davis and this group of all female warriors for part of the Dahomey tribe.
True-ish story, right?
Yeah, and it follows them, and like they're just these like intense, like dedicated warriors who fight for the king. And
Do you think you could win in a fight?
No.
oh god, no. Yeah, I mean, and like, yeah, Viola Davis would just kill me,
Just wreck your life.
just destroy me. Yeah, I would be dunzo. Yeah, she's a fucking beast in this movie. And it's very good. There's great battle scenes in it. It's solid drama, great performances. It's nice to see John Boyega doing something outside of Star Wars, since they kind of gave him the shaft and didn't really do much with Finn as a character. But yeah, it's good for sure. I
Nice little
liked it.
subtle jab there.
At Star Wars, the sequel trilogy that ruined Finn as a character.
I don't know what you mean.
But yeah, it's you'll like it if you watch it. You'll be happy about it.
Besides the big one, anything else that you checked out?
No, that's pretty much. I rewatched Air, but I'll let you talk about Air because
Yeah.
yeah.
You want to go next, Nate, or
I can if you'd like me to.
yeah, go next because then I'll end with the big one that we're.
Nate, what's the last movie you saw?
Hey, Ben and Brett.
Oh boy,
If you could join any band or musical group as a member, which one would it be?
How many sons are there in Mumford?
2.
Okay, that's not enough. I would need to be part of a very successful ensemble so that I could just like be in the band but not really do much.
Look cool, but
Like you
not
don't
have
want to do much, or like you're worried because you don't have talent.
Well, I mean,
both
but
can be
could-
true.
In this scenario, I think you're good enough to be in the band, right?
Yeah, I
Oh,
would
okay.
hope, right? I mean,
Okay.
But like, if you look at a band that you like and say, I would love to be in that band,
Foo Fighters
that was my answer.
I think
or Weezer.
I think
Both good choices.
Pearl Jam.
Really?
I think that out of like you can say, oh, I'd like to be on Guns N' Roses because that's like the most popular band of the '80s. Whatever, I wanted to live there, but you know that's a train wreck.
I don't want to be Guns N' Roses.
Well, you know what I'm saying. Like bands that have infighting and stuff suck. So I think Pearl Jam has been pretty consistently, together and happy.
Spoon Man.
That's
It's not even Pearl Jam.
God. But anyway, I think that would be cool.
For me, it would also.
Oh yeah, sorry. How about you, Nate?
For me, it'd also be the Foo Fighters.
Oh,
For Marky Mark, though, it would be Steel Dragon.
Fuck yeah! I forgot I assigned this to you.
Boy, does it make it awkward with the Funky Bunch. And so I watched a movie called Rockstar, which is the another biopic of Chad Kroeger from Nickelback.
No,
and,
it's not.
it's not. I thought it was.
It is. It is inspired by a true story, though.
It is. I saw that. I forget which band it is, but so this is a movie from
Journey?
No, it's not
2003, 2004. Is that right? Somewhere in there, Brad?
Yeah.
Maybe a little later.
I want to say maybe
2001.
2001. Yeah.
And so it stars Mark Wahlberg and Jennifer Aniston.
The other members of Steel Dragon.
And
Judas Priest is it's based on.
That's right.
Gotcha.
And so it's a fun movie actually. It's kind of like a I don't even know how. It's really hard to define this movie as a genre because it's almost like a musical because there's a lot of music obviously being sung. But the plot of the movie is Mark Wahlberg is the lead singer of a cover band or a tribute band for this kind of hard rock or kind of glam rock
80s
band.
rock, yeah.
Yeah.
And eventually they need a new lead singer. Somebody gives them the tape of him and he becomes the lead singer. But what happens sometimes is when our dreams get realized, we realize that maybe that wasn't the dream we should have been dreaming for, because
Wow, it's deep.
being the lead singer of a
He just
glam
said dream 19 times in the same sentence.
Yeah.
being the lead singer of a glam rock band
Is not all that's cocaine cracked up to be?
not better than being the boyfriend of Jennifer Aniston.
It's true.
Yeah.
And he realizes it at the end. Movie over.
Fame is a fickle friend.
Also, I believe the movie ends with him trying to keep a high note going and a guy in the front row being able to keep the high note going longer than him until he knows his reign is over. Is that correct?
Yeah.
He does, yeah.
Yeah, the final concert, he's doing like the high note and someone else he hears in the audience singing it longer.
Yeah. I think that's indelible because I've
sometimes-
only seen that movie once and I still remember that
Yeah.
scene.
Sometimes you just have to pass the baton on.
It's true.
The music in this movie is awesome.
It's good.
It's a lot of fun.
Yeah.
It is. I mean, it's not the best movie, but it is a lot of fun. The music's fun. Marky Mark is fine. Jennifer Aniston's great. And so,
Yeah.
I'd watch it. I was glad I watched it.
Yeah, it is a lot of fun. You know who's in this movie?
Marky Mark.
Jason Fleming. Ben, remember we talked about Jason Fleming
Yeah, I can't remember.
from the Guy Ritchie movies?
Oh my God, yes.
Yeah, he's the lead singer of Steel
Ben
Dragon.
doesn't know. Oh, yeah.
No. Now that we talked about Lock, Stock, yeah, that's crazy.
Yeah,
So
Good
it's
for Jason Fleming.
I know, right?
Timothy Oliphant, who doesn't age, by the way.
Yeah.
I mean,
Oh, yeah.
he looks today the same age as he did back then.
Mhm.
You know, he still
He's a
looks young.
handsome.
I mean, this
gentleman.
was 20 years ago, so I mean,
I know, but I'm just saying, 20 years
20
older,
years.
he still looks the same.
he
today.
does. He just his hair is just a little more gray,
Just
and he still
slightly.
looks handsome as hell. Like the way he looks like he looks so cool in The Mandalorian.
Yeah, he does.
He's a cool guy.
I give him a kiss.
I probably would too.
I was in his trailer once.
Did you give a kiss?
Yeah, give him a kiss.
Breaking news: Bradford Oman has kissed
And
Timothy
that's where he
Oliphant.
was for 7 months.
No, I did. I think I told the story on this podcast before. Maybe.
No, I don't think you
I don't
did.
think you did.
I interviewed him by himself, by happenstance because I was the only one there at the time when he had the time to do it.
Oh,
I did a set visit for this movie that everybody has forgotten about because it's not good at all. You motherfucker. Put the fucking Pringles down. I'm gonna fucking destroy you. Throw them over here. Throw them over here right now. I'm not continuing the podcast until you throw the chips over here. Throw them on the futon.
Dad's mad.
Throw them on the futon right now. Throw. Not at me.
Oh, right in the fucking face!
If any of these are broken in here, I swear to God,
Oh my God, that was
I'll
awesome.
turn this podcast around. But no, so it's a movie called I Am Number 4. And this came around at it was like the craze of young adult.
I remember
sci-fi
this.
adaptations.
Yeah.
It's awful. But he's in it, and
Is he number 4?
I was on the set. He's not number 4.
No, but I remember seeing the trailer and thinking, this looks great. But it wasn't great.
Oof, no.
Yeah.
Narrator, but it wasn't great.
It wasn't. But he's in the movie, and I was on set, and I was one of the first people who was there. My flight got there on time. Others were delayed, and so I'm there watching them film and stuff like that. And they're like, Timothy has time right now. If you want to talk to him, it's going to be just you. I was like, but if you're ready to do that, and I was like, oh yeah, sure. And I don't have tons of questions ready
Right.
because I'm expecting a whole other group of people to be with me. So, but I do my best. And he was not the easy interview, not because he was a jerk or anything, but just he's not very forthcoming necessarily. Like you have to ask him the right questions. I'm not necessarally sure he was maybe.
I think that's his personality a little
Yeah,
bit.
I think so too. And I also think that maybe he probably wasn't super into the movie because just kind of
He knew it sucked.
whatever. Yeah, maybe. But it was cool to talk to him. He
Was
was.
do you think he could have been put off because it was like, oh, there's only one person here, and I just it's not going to be.
I don't think so. Honestly, what it is, and
Or is it because it was you?
an actor has to be really in the right mindset and space to do interviews on set because they're supposed to be acting, they're there and they're doing their job, and it can really interrupt the process and the job and that kind of thing. And not that necessarily he's that kind of actor, but it's something that they have to do. And with him, I just don't think he's the kind of person to all of a sudden put on a happy face and do a show and act like everything is oh yeah, let's fucking try to report it.
I listened to him. He's really close friends, like personally close friends with Conan O'Brien. So I've listened to him on his podcast before, once or twice. But he also is a pretty private person.
Yeah.
He's been married to the same person since 1991. He doesn't love.
Yeah.
He doesn't love. He likes to act. That's what he
Yeah.
wants to do, right? So
Yeah, he was very polite. I sat with him in his trailer, just across from him at the dining room table, I guess you could say, of the trailer. And
I like him in the bit supporting roles that he does a lot, like Once Upon a Time in Hollywood. He's great in that, right?
Yeah.
I never saw Justified. I heard it was incredible.
I've heard Justified is very good as well. Yeah.
Bailey was really into the Santa Clarita Diet,
I've heard that he was good in
and
that as well.
she loved him in that.
Yeah. He's
So there you go. Oh fuck! I brought up a TV show. God damn it!
he did it.
Go on.
Anyway.
All right. Well, guys, that's it. Now we end the podcast when Ben brings up a TV show.
Well, it's been
You
fun.
know the rules.
Bye, everybody. Bye.
Oh, my gosh. And you watch anything else, Nate, or did you only watch Rockstar this week?
No, I've been really busy. It was actually hard to watch. I had to stay up late to watch that one last night. So no, that's all I watched.
Hey, thanks for doing it, though, buddy.
Yeah, we
I
appreciate
haven't missed a movie yet.
I know, and I feel now even worse.
Yeah. Speaking of missing movies, Ben, you didn't finish the movie you were supposed to watch last week.
I watched everything but the last 20 minutes of The Talented Mr. Ripley, and Brad wouldn't let me talk about it yet because I hadn't finished it.
Yeah.
But you did finish it.
I
This
did
week.
finish it.
I did finish it.
Whatever. Damn it.
And what'd you think of it?
It's good. It's very good.
But do you think Mr. Ripley is that talented?
He was clearly very talented.
What is the movie about, Ben?
So, for those of you that don't know, The Talented Mr. Ripley stars Matt Damon, and he's basically tasked with going to find a playboy rich kid in Europe. It's set in the 50s, maybe?
Sure.
Let's say 50s. Yeah, because it was a class of 53 at Princeton.
56.
Whatever. And
So you're right, the 50s. Yeah.
yeah. So anyway, a father mistakes him for somebody that went to school with his son, Dickie. And he says, go find, hey, Tom Ripley, go find my son, Dickie, in Europe. I'll pay you $1,000. And instead of doing that, he ends up impersonating Dickie and trying to just live that life and be him. But he's also a psychopath and decides that it's better to murder people to keep the ruse going than it is to like just be himself. And it's very, it could only have been set in the 50s or 60s or 70s. As soon as the technology comes around where it's easier to get a hold of people, this movie falls. You can't make this movie today.
Maybe.
It would be really fun to see how you could cleverly try to do this.
Yeah.
But it's a lot of like,
I mean, people get catfished all the time these days.
but to keep it going for that long with intimate circles of friends and things like that, people that know each other, it was very good in that way. I enjoyed it. The performance is good, and I'm not in love with Gwyneth Paltrow.
Mm-hmm.
I don't really like her at all, but I actually liked her in this movie. I thought she was good.
She's giving it.
My celebrity crush is in here.
Kirsten Dunst.
Philip Seymour Hoffman.
Which one? Who is it? It's not Kirsten Dunst. Who is it?
No, Kirsten Dunst.
Kate Blanchett.
Kate Blanchett. Kate Blanchett. Yeah, young Kate Blanchett.
I love Kate Blanchett.
Yeah.
And one of my favorite character actors in this.
Philip Seymour Hoffman.
Nope.
Oh.
Philip Baker Hall.
Does he play the Jack, the guy with the black hair?
No, he's an old guy. He plays Alvin.
Does he play the father?
Yeah.
Oh, okay, yeah, I know who that is.
He's the one walking around with the monks.
He was in a movie. One of my favorite movies he was in was 50-50. He was in there and he was a cancer patient and he did really well in there. But
Alvin and the monks.
he's got a lot of great character actor roles.
Talented Mr. Ripley.
It's true.
Very solid movie. I liked it a lot.
Disturbed at all in any of it?
No, it wasn't that kind of movie for me personally. I found it.
The
I found
Order
it-
of the Face got
Yeah,
me.
that the Order of the Face is a really aggressive scene, but again, I've seen a lot of stuff since then. I think maybe like just a lot of gore. Yeah, it's good.
Plus, he's coming off Greasy Strangler, so
Mhm.
Yeah, it's really hard to.
It's still
compare
living in your
anything.
psyche.
It is. I watched quite a few.
Lots
movies.
of therapy about
yeah,
that.
honestly, talked to my therapist quite a bit about it.
Speaking of Philip Baker Hall, have you guys seen Magnolia?
No,
I feel like I have, but I don't know if I have.
I haven't seen Magnolia or Vanilla Sky. Those
Okay.
are my two big Tom Cruise misses.
Interesting. You might get that pretty soon.
Okay.
It's a long one, just
I
but
know.
it's worth it because it's Paul Thomas Anderson. So
Okay, fine.
you like Paul Thomas
I'm just
Anderson?
joking. So, complete opposite movie of The Talented Mr. Ripley.
Power Rangers.
I watched The Brothers Solomon,
Oh Jesus!
which is a 2006 comedy.
that is not the movie I thought it was going to be.
Directed by Bob Odenkirk, actually, starring Will Forte and Will Arnett as really stupid brothers.
Wait, is this because this was on Smartless?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what I was going to say. How have I heard of this recently?
Yeah, so I was listening to Smartless, and Bill Hader was on, and they were talking about this movie and how Bob Odenkirk was like, couldn't stop laughing at Will Forte on a recumbent bike. And I was like, what movie is this? And they're talking about how much fun it was to make. I could see that this movie would have been hilarious to make, not hilarious to watch. It is a bad movie. I did laugh out loud at a few scenes, but oh my god, it's got a young what's her name from Watchmen, Madeline Ackerman.
Malin Ackerman.
She's gorgeous in this film.
She's the first famous person I met in Hollywood.
She's very, very pretty in this film. And Kristen Wiig is in it, and she's fantastic.
It actually has a ton of people.
Yeah,
in it.
it's a good premise, but it just doesn't.
What's
work.
it about?
Two brothers that are homeschooled, and they're just like their dad loves them very much, but he just was not a great father in that way because like when they were kids, they're like, we want to live where Santa Claus lives now that mom's dead. So he moves them to the North Pole and he homeschools them and teaches them the ways of the world.
Okay.
So they're socially very inept. And Will Arnett's character thinks himself a Lothario. He is not. And Will Forte is just in his corner the whole time. Like it's that scene from Dumb and Dumber where they're on the bike and he's like, you do that? And you totally redeem yourself, and you think he's gonna get mad, but he doesn't. Will Forte's character does that constantly.
Is this like a Meyer brand Dumb and Dumber?
A little bit. It's just it just doesn't work on a lot of levels because the universe that they build within this it falls apart pretty quickly when in the real world nothing like this could even possibly happen, and it's just is a lot of just silliness.
Do you know who this was written by?
I don't know.
Will Forte.
I mean, I get that. That tracks. That tracks.
Will Forte.
He's great. I love Will Forte's comedy. It just doesn't come across in broad appeal, like when they try to make a broad comedy like this. Now they also reteamed not Will Forte, but Bob Odenkirk and Will Arnett the following year.
Let's Go to Prison.
Let's Go to Prison, which I am a defender of. I think that's a funnier movie.
I still haven't seen it.
I haven't either.
But it's a kind of a rinse and repeat of this because there's a lot of shared actors in it.
Dax Shepard is in this one. Is it Chai McBride?
Shy.
Chai McBride? Yeah, so I watched The Brother Solomon. I also watched the movie Air. Just watched that one. Just finished it an hour ago.
Brad and I
Now, this is the
it.
prequel to Air Bud.
Yep. It's good. It's very good. I really liked it. It flew by.
Now,
It flew by. It's 2 hours. It felt like half an hour.
Had you have heard of Michael Jordan before you watched it?
I had not. And so this is pretty aggressive. You know what I liked about this is it's a character study on so many levels. Like there are so many great characters in this film, and they are all very lived in, and it's so believable to see their relationships with each other. And they didn't have to explain who they were. You just kind of got that Jason Bateman's character and Matt Damon's character have been around this block a few times, and you know that Phil Knight and Sonny Vaccaro have been around the block together.
Yeah.
You could just feel it. It didn't need to be expressly said, and I love movies like that where all the characters feel immediately welcomed and lived in. And Viola Davis crushes as Michael Jordan's mother.
Mm.
And then, honestly, I don't know the guy, of course, that plays James Jordan. He's great. I've seen archival footage of him, and that's the man. He was affable and nice and kind of went along with it, but Mrs. Jordan ran that household for sure. It's awesome. I just really enjoyed it. It was just a very, very good movie. I highly encourage. Bailey wasn't looking forward to it, and she was like, "I'm really glad we watched that."
Yeah, it's so good.
Yeah.
My two favorite parts are the phone call between Chris Messina and
Chris
and
Messina
Matt Damon.
steals this movie. He's so good.
The scenes he's in, he's so good. But when he just yells and unleashes, talks about eating his nuts, that's hilarious. And then of course,
I love it because it doesn't end with hanging up either.
Yeah.
They yell at each other, and he's like, "I don't know, man. You don't even want to be around my therapist." It's great.
And then of course Matt Damon's monologue at the end too that he gives to Jordan.
Man, I wish I was that good at coming up with stuff on the spot like that. Oh wait, I am.
Wow, what the fuck was that?
Yeah.
That was one of the most arrogant things you've ever said.
Air again. Yeah.
He made it worse. Like it was already bad because he was being such a douchebag, and then he made one of his stupid ass dad puns.
I love it. No, Air. 9 out of 10. Go see it.
Is there any way that I can have more of those chips?
I honestly thought before you threw it over there that you just took a stack and just put them next to you and you were going to start.
That would have been really funny.
So I watched Air. I watched Brother Solomon. And then I was
Did you work this week or what?
I didn't. I took a lot of time off. Laporte Sims Gutter is going under. I watched my assigned movie as well.
Which was?
Can't remember. Oh yeah, The Exorcism of Emily Rose.
there was a scary movie that I have seen that you had not.
I
assigned
was
it to
so
you.
confused as to why I was being assigned a scary movie by Nate Loucks, and then I watched it and I was like, oh, it's a legal drama, and there's a few scary parts in it. Decently paint by numbers, but I still enjoyed it. I never wanted to turn it off ever. I was invested the whole way through.
I will tell you,
decently wrote.
When we drove yesterday to see the next movie that we're going to talk about, Ben was less complimentary about this movie when we were talking about it. So
did you not just hear what I just said? It was decently wrote.
But paint by
decently
numbers.
written, I think.
But paint by numbers.
That's a good joke. Fuck you. That's a good joke. No, but it's pretty paint by numbers, but the performances are good, and Tom Wilkinson especially is.
He didn't say anywhere near as many
I
comments.
did.
No, what he said yesterday was he's like, "Have you seen it lately? Because it's not that good." That's what he said.
Have you seen it, Brad?
Huh?
Have you seen it?
I didn't see it when it came out. I saw it years later, and I enjoyed it. I think it's a nice mix of the legal drama formula and horror.
One of the earliest films of Scott Derrickson, who I like. I like Scott Derrickson. He does some good stuff. But
I stand behind it. It's paint by numbers, pretty rote. But
I don't know if it's paint by numbers.
I enjoyed the performance.
Maybe a little bit, but you guys see more horror films than I do.
I think the exorcism stuff is more paint by numbers. But the legal drama stuff is
that's
a little
what I'm
more
saying is
interesting.
they took an exorcism theme and said, and what I liked about this is it's based on a true story, kind of, right? So this idea that this family, based on their beliefs and based on this idea given to them by priests, starves their daughter essentially to death.
I did like that. I didn't know where they were going.
That's what I like
in the
about
legal defense of it. When she decides that she's going to make it. So sorry. The story is that a woman dies in the care of her priest and her family rather than seeking medical attention, and they say that an exorcism had failed. And it's not that the priest had beaten her or anything like that, but she was malnourished, and she died of self-injurious behavior and malnutrition, which is, of course, psychosis and epilepsy, maybe, instead of being demons. And so the prize-winning lawyer that defends the father in this, the priest in this movie, because the father is also involved with, that trusted the priest to look over his daughter, or her care. At the end of the day, she leans into the demons are real defense. And that was the most engaging part of the film.
Laura Linney, who does a great.
And she does great. Again, the character acting, character work in this film is good. And I've seen that woman, the girl that plays Emily.
It's Jennifer Carpenter.
But I don't remember what else she's been in.
She's from Dexter.
Yeah.
See, I never.
Dexter's sister.
She's also married to Scott Avett from the Avett Brothers.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Yep.
Oh,
There you
it's
go.
them every day. Nate, do you believe in exorcisms?
No.
No?
No, he's not Catholic.
There's never been anything that you've seen that like makes you question it?
No, and I've kind of always wanted to, but no, I have
Interesting.
personally never have. I mean, I've talked to priests and things like that. They're like, yeah, you got to see what we've seen. But I'm like,
You never did the shit,
yeah.
boy.
I'd really like to see that then, but no, I've never.
Well, frankly, I'd like to see that.
But no, I've never.
Oh,
What about
I
you,
mean-
Ben?
No, in my profession, we do see a lot of demonic possession, but that's usually when the kids don't get their way at the arcade.
Because you're
I want it now.
because you're gutter busters.
We are gutter busters. Bust your gutters.
Gutter busters.
I mean, I've never seen like a ghost or anything. I've never seen I've never had that experience. I know of rational people I've talked to that are convinced they have.
Sure.
Like skeptical people that I've talked
Yeah.
to. They're like, I can't explain that thing, right? So I'm not denying that experiences
I am.
happen. I'm just saying, like, I'm not calling their bluff or anything. I'm just saying it's never happened to me, and that's all I can speak for.
yeah, that's
Sure.
fair.
Well, you know what I do believe in, Brad?
Family.
Family.
Yeah, I believe in family.
You know why I believe in family?
Tell me.
Because I fast tenned my seatbelt last night,
Yeah, you did.
and I saw Fast X
Yeah, me too.
with my good buddy Brad.
Yeah,
Me
me
too.
too.
Did you guys sit by each other?
We were right next to each other with our fat arms pushing up against each
Yep.
other.
Yep, and a squirrely little woman sitting next to me, furious, and that's not a pun, furiously taking notes the entire film.
Brad doesn't, does it when he goes?
No, and you shouldn't have to.
Yeah, I don't. I've never.
I mean,
been in
okay, I'm sorry. I don't want to shit on how people do their process, but if you need to take that many notes watching the Fast and the Furious, go home.
Okay, one of my favorite people in this world is a film critic, right? So Brad.
Oh,
is a film
thanks,
critic.
Nate.
Yeah, you are. And so, but I've only been to one film, but I had to laugh because there are so many just
Colorful characters.
there are. Film critics have a certain personality to them.
Oh my God.
And so the way they talk to each other, the way that, and so it was interesting. We went into the bathroom because Brad and I went and seen Black Panther Wakanda Forever. And already, literally, because you guys know I have to pee every 20 minutes. And so I went after the film, and immediately people are like, I thought it was, like dissecting this thing, like in the most pedantic way that I understand that's their job, but also just live in it for a while. It was fine.
Also, after seeing movies with press, I am so much less likely to trust Rotten Tomatoes, because I was in the press screening last night, and there were critics sitting right close to us. And Tyrese Gibson would say the dumbest fucking thing I've ever heard. And this guy, and like organically laughing for real.
I thought the lines were funny.
No, this guy like 2 seats down, and I'm like, what in the fuck? This guy, he's gonna give this one of the funniest entries in the series so far. And I was like, that's like New York Times.
No,
Richard Roper.
I mean, that's the whole reason though. Like, Rotten Tomatoes is great as like a surface level guide.
Find your critic.
Find
the one that you
find
like.
people that you actually agree with, like on a more intimate level.
To say what I'm going to say, a nice thing about Brad. I want everyone to know this, but I'm going to say something nice about Brad. One of the things that Brad does well that I don't think all film critics do is Brad understands the audience sometimes of films and says, well, Of course it didn't seem realistic. It was made for 10-year-olds, right?
Yeah.
Like, it's okay to suspend some. Now, you will also critique films made for 10-year-olds sometimes.
I mean, Super Mario Brothers is a perfect example.
Yeah, but you have nuance in your film review, or just say, yeah, it was bonkers, but I had a lot of fun.
We walked out and there was a guy that was like, well, that was just too much for me. And it's like, oh, Fast 10, the movie you signed up to go see, was now too much. So you walked out of Fast 9 going, that was just enough.
Exactly.
Fuck off.
All right, guys, we've gone too far.
Seriously, like that guy is the worst person. I don't. You signed up to go to see the Fast and the Furious. That one was too much. Oh, go fuck yourself.
No, the only question I have about this film is, how does Cardi B do?
Not great.
Not mainly because she's not in it.
Wait, who is the?
She is in it.
Cardi B's not in this one.
She is.
She's not in this one. Your Google is.
Oh, is that no? That's Fast 9.
Yeah, your Google is.
Wikipedia says she is.
It's wrong. She's
in a scene in Fast 9 where she's like they take the family.
Should I edit Wikipedia
captive,
right now because it says
and it ends up being that they saved him instead, and she's in that truck.
Yeah,
and she's bad in that scene, and that's what I was remembering because I watched that. Oh, I watched Fast 9 as well. To
prepare.
I did because I forgot what happened.
The budget on Fast 10, and we're going to get into like some of the things you loved about this.
$400 million.
$340 million.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, that was my guess.
It's a big one.
Unbelievable.
Yeah. But no, this I mean, you know what to expect with the Fast and Furious franchise. This movie is a lot of fun.
What didn't you expect?
I didn't expect Jason Momoa to be so good.
Yep.
Like I was excited based on the trailer just because it looked like he was going to be having fun. I was not expecting him to have anywhere near this much fun. He is chaos, unhinged,
outlandish.
Just he's sometimes
silly. Sometimes
he's like a cartoon character. Other times he's like a crazy serial killer. He's the Joker of the Fast and Furious franchise. It's the best villain they've ever had. He's hilarious.
He's hilarious,
and he's threatening. And it's just he just ruins everything.
It makes me happy because if the early reviews of Aquaman 2 are accurate, he's gonna get panned for that film, and he does well in this film. So maybe it's not him. Maybe it's just.
I don't think that there are reviews of Aquaman.
Well,
2 yet.
Early screenings of Aquaman 2.
Yeah, there aren't any of those.
I think there are.
They're not.
Right?
No, it comes out in August.
It's kind of my job, and there aren't any early screenings yet.
You should do your job better because I read it on the internet.
Yeah, it's not true. Like
I read it on the internet.
Maybe there's like a Reddit leak of like a test screening with like.
No, they banned all those pages now.
Okay, so then
all the pages I used to get.
Haven't been any. They don't do press screenings this far out.
I'm gonna find it and send it to you.
Considering that the biggest movie probably of the summer, other than Indiana Jones, is Fast X, and the press screening was 1 week before the movie came out. I don't know that.
By the way, can you not write? Because I looked it up on Rotten Tomatoes. Can you guys not write anything on it yet?
Oh, I can write whatever I want.
So there are typically embargoes where they tell you like this is when reviews can start going live. So like some people will see it, a couple weeks beforehand. Usually, some people will see it at a screening that is intended for people who are doing junket interviews and stuff like that, so that they can talk to the cast and director like competently and know what they're talking about. But
it would be so weird to not have seen the movie and then to try to.
Sometimes it happens.
It does happen, but it must be so hard compared because, like, imagine not seeing Jason Momoa's even trailer.
Yeah.
And then be like, so what was the experience like? Like, how'd you get into character? You'd have to ask the most basic questions,
for sure.
Right?
But yeah, this he's so good in this movie.
He has reason enough to see it by itself.
Yeah, by itself. And like he elevates it because he makes it so much more fun. Like he just blows up like the formula. Like it still has a familiar formula, but like the stuff that you expect, he just like makes it go sideways because he's just ruining just every plan and everything that they have.
The most boring part of this film is Vin Diesel. He is just
phoning it in.
Good. It's not that he's phoning in. It's just the this is the problem with the franchise since Furious 7, and it's that the melodrama doesn't work as well anymore because the heart isn't there because Paul Walker's not there, and
it's just silly. It's not silly. Sorry, it's just it's hollow.
Or Vin Diesel just can't act.
So,
but there's a charm to Vin Diesel that works for this character in the same way that like Keanu Reeves' performance works in The Matrix.
I would say
or Sylvester Stallone kind of role.
Yeah.
Like,
Like I used to be okay with it.
No, yeah.
It's getting very tired.
But I think it's getting tired because it doesn't have the emotional core that used to be there
No.
with Paul Walker. And I honestly think that it's a disservice now for them to keep him alive as a character because now it's becoming a problem as to like, where's Brian and why isn't the villain targeting Brian and his family? And if Brian and his family are safe all the time during all this, why isn't everybody with Brian and his family?
But Brian, don't worry, he'll still show up in a car every once in a while that you can't see
for dinner.
Exactly. It's just weird.
But yeah, the emotional stuff doesn't work as well anymore. And it's like the dialogue is all melodrama, soap opera, threatening kind of stuff. Jason Momoa makes that a lot more fun. The action sequences are off the chain,
just,
ridiculous
again,
fun, so cool,
so insane.
The sequence in Rome, that's like in the first act of the movie, is like one of the best sequences of the franchise, and a lot of it is because it echoes Fast Five. And Fast Five is the best movie in the series.
So they finally do have to do, and this is keeping it all very spoiler free. They do finally have to kind of do a recap. If you're just joining us and you've never seen a Fast and Furious movie, they really do kind of a clever way in my head.
Yeah,
it's fun,
funny,
kind of tongue-in-cheek way of like bringing you up to speed. It doesn't last very long, but it's good.
Yeah, we had some good laughs when they were doing it.
I mean, I was definitely side-eyeing Brad a lot. Like, are we fucking doing this right now?
Yeah.
We're gonna replay the first 7-10 movies.
The question that I have though is, how is friend of the pod Mike Flores going to like this?
So Mike Flores is gonna love this because it does ratchet up the action and the silliness, and Mike loves a good villain more than most. He respects that. We talk about the MCU.
Is it because he's got such a good heart?
It is true. The better the person, the more you like a good villain. And Mike is probably the best of us, and so that's why he enjoys a good villain. We have had private conversations about the strength or weakness of a Marvel movie is the villain, and so that's why I'm so excited for him to see this. By the way, they're having a baby today. Mike and Elise Flores, friends of the pod.
I think Elise is having the baby.
Well, sorry. Elise is having a baby today. Congratulations, Mike and Elise. If you are listening to this while you're, nursing your newborn at 4 a.m., we love you. We love you very much, and congratulations on the baby.
And thanks for naming it Brad.
No, it's Flix.
Like
go Flix yourself.
Oh, okay. I was like the bug from A Bug's Life. Flick.
Wow. It's our podcast, but it's definitely named after the bug from Bug's Life.
I've never heard anybody with that stupid fucking name before. So
Flick? No, there's a bug in Bug's Life.
Oh,
isn't one of the characters in A Christmas Story Flick?
That's true.
See,
and that kid's stupid as shit.
So
isn't that the one that licks the?
Yep.
Yeah.
Flicks. So, Fast X.
So,
if you like Fast 9, Fast 8, Fast 7, Fast 6, Fast 5, you're going to like Fast X.
I mean, Fast X is better than Fast 8 because Fast 8's not very good. Fate of the Furious. Fast 9 was pretty good. This is better. This is it's not quite as good as Fast 5, but because it does, echo some of what happens because of the story, it's very good.
Would you rank this better or worse than Tokyo Drift?
So there's a before Fast 5 and there's an after Fast 5 when you rank these movies now in my head. And so from 5 on, now it is 7, 5, 6, 10, 8, 9.
You think 7 is the best? Huh?
Sorry. 7 is the best.
I like 7 a lot.
So to me, it's 7. Sorry, I'm going to do it again. 7, 5, 6, 10, 9, 8.
Now, did you guys find when you were watching this that most of this film was rooted in reality of car chases?
Yes.
Oh,
It's
for sure. I've seen
the physics.
plenty,
The physics.
plenty of cars do what these cars
Yes. John Cena is fantastic
An
as well.
actor, yeah.
Honestly, like he chews scenery. It's great.
do. I didn't really like his storyline in this one. Actually,
It feels shoehorned in, but
my-
his performance is good.
that whole storyline. I disagree.
His performance wasn't good.
And I don't really like him in this, honestly, because it felt like it was such a departure from what his character was in Fast 9, and like
Oh, that's fair.
even with him being part of the family now, like it just feels like all of a sudden he's just the goofy uncle. Like this felt like it was from like a family friendly road trip adventure.
And honestly, Brad did lean in and he goes, "That's a whole different movie."
Yeah.
All right.
There you go.
So Fast X, it comes out this week. You should see it on the big screen.
Oh.
It's the kind of movie that's made for theaters.
It really is, and we had a really good time seeing it. I'll see it again with Bailey, and
I cannot stress enough how much fun Jason Momoa is.
Oh
in
my
this
god!
movie.
And also, there are a couple of really fun cameos that don't mean anything. Like that, they're just worthwhile. Just like, oh, I can't believe she's in it. He's in it. Whatever.
Cardi B.
Like, it's Cardi B.
And
yeah.
stick around for the mid-credit scene.
Yeah, mid-credit scene, very fun.
It is a good one.
There you go.
So that.
Got any more of those chips?
Nate, are you going to see Fast X?
No, because I didn't see Fast 9.
But
Or Fast 8.
but
I was gonna say, have you seen any of them?
I've seen the first 3.
that's it?
Or 4, maybe. Yeah, maybe first 3 or 4.
But you watched the worst ones?
Yeah, you haven't seen the best movies in the franchise?
Well, guys, typically when you watch movies that aren't that great, you don't go on to the 10th one.
I mean, he's not wrong.
Listen, I respect it, but you're also wrong. 5 gets just infinitely better because they.
If I were-
That's what everyone says, and I was trying to get there, and I'm like, I just can't do this anymore. Like,
You honestly don't need to see the 4th one if you haven't. You
I
can
even-
just jump to 5.
Okay, I even tried to convince my boys to watch it with me. I'm like, guys, let's do this.
Just do 5.
And they lost interest in it. So
in 4? Or
Yeah.
3? Yeah. Fuck 4.
Yeah, just jump
Watch
to 5.
5.
Okay.
Five is a literal game changer.
It really is. They introduced The Rock, and he's fantastic. Oh yeah, should we rank Hobbs and Shaw in there?
No.
Okay, fine.
Let's watch some trailers.
Hey, wait, hold on, real quick. What's your ranking after 5?
5, 7, 6, 10, 9, 8.
Okay, we're 1 off. That's okay.
Yeah.
Trailer time.
You can do it.
No, I'm not.
Trailers with Brad, Ben, Nate. That's us. Brad, Ben, Nate. Trailers.
Trailers, Brad, and Nate.
What is that?
Chip and Dale, Rescue Rangers.
Oh,
I'll take it.
okay.
I'll take
yeah,
it.
yeah, I like that.
I had to explain myself, and they're like, "Yeah, no, that's okay." I'll
You know,
allow it.
you
Trail time. Woo!
listeners of the podcast know that Brad picks our trailers, and we watch the trailers, and then we have to comment on the trailers. And Brad, you
You said trailers almost as many times you said dreams earlier.
Yeah, family.
you pick some trailers here that aren't that great.
What?
What?
Okay, well, agree to fucking
Yeah.
kick you off the show.
Every
Not even
party
do
has a poop. That's why we invited you, Nate Loucks.
I want some more
Jeez.
chips. All right, so
Which trailers did we watch, Nate? You bum fuck.
Whoa!
let's
Jeez,
start
Pete.
with then. Fine, let's start with the sequel. They're both sequels, actually.
The Meg 2.
No, Extraction 2. We're starting with.
Fine. Jeez.
fine.
Yeah, whatever.
Apparently, what I hear from Brad, the most handsome man in Hollywood,
Yeah.
Yeah, sure.
Chris Hemsworth.
Oh, okay. I thought you were saying I was the most handsome man in Hollywood.
Would that be funny if you're walking around? Hey, Brad Roman, most handsome person.
I wish that I was that handsome. Oh, wait, I am.
Did you guys like Extraction? I thought it was only okay.
No, I loved it.
I didn't love it. I think
I thought it was okay.
I think that the action sequences are spectacularly choreographed. Otherwise, it's a pretty
But that's all it is.
typical.
And that's why I
action
loved
movie.
it.
Yeah, I didn't love the movie because of that, but I was impressed by how they shot the action and how well choreographed.
I think
those
that we are
sequences
just so
were.
spoiled with so many great action movies now.
That's what I'm
it's
saying.
easy
I
for
want
this
a
to get
good-
lost in the.
I just feel like you can have a good plot and a good action movie.
Yeah, I agree with that.
It's a
Like, I don't think Extraction is anywhere near as good as any of the John Wick movies.
No.
No, exactly.
But the realism of the action scenes and the things that they're doing it's different enough that it's still so worthwhile. I've seen that movie like 4 times. I really enjoy it.
Jesus.
Oh, really? No, see,
It's like a go-to for me late at night if I'm just trying to like unwind and watch some
Jerk
just
off?
stupid shit. I mean, I love Chris Hemsworth.
Tyler.
I love Chris Hemsworth. I love revenge movies.
I bet your friend of the pod, Tyler Whitney's gonna like that part of the podcast and rewind it.
It's I don't think it's a good movie. I think Extraction's a great movie. I really do. I love it.
No.
I really do love it.
No, it's a good movie.
You
but-
took Brad on your side and just got him off your side.
No,
right
it's a
now.
great movie.
No, it's a good movie. It's a good action movie.
It's fine.
I like it.
Did you think it needed a sequel?
I mean, I'm interested in a sequel because they did a good job with the first one, and I'm if anything, I'm a little more interested than I would have been because I recently learned that they did a 21-minute single take sequence in this one, which is longer than the previous single take sequence they did, which was a very impressive one in the first movie. So I want to see what it is and how they pulled it off.
Yeah.
Yeah. And I think Joe Russo wrote this, right?
Yeah, and both him and Anthony Russo produced it, and it's directed by Sam Hargrave, who is a very experienced stuntman.
And
He's Captain America's stunt double.
Yep.
I read that I think the Russo brothers have plans of maybe making a TV series or like actually making a world out of this.
Sure.
Also, friends of the pod, Ben and Susan, have another podcast called Life in the Credits, and director Sam Hargrave, is that his word? He was on their show.
Yep.
They interviewed
That's a
him.
big deal.
So it's a huge deal. And they were saying that because it's an audio podcast, obviously, but they were doing like a Zoom with him so they could see Extraction 2 was being edited in the background. So he had the monitors up. And I'm like, did you see anything? And he's like, no, just like, you see Chris Hemsworth, like kind of his side of his face.
Yeah.
It's like, any spoilers? No, Ben. Oh, sorry.
I watched the trailer. The action does look good.
It's great.
Right? But there's nothing about the film that I'm like, oh, there's no new characters. There's no like.
I mean, there's a bunch of new characters.
I mean, I'm just saying, but there was nothing funny. There was nothing like.
It's not a
there's
comedy.
nothing
It's
that.
comedy.
Yeah, no
I know,
one,
but
no one's in there.
nothing that
Man,
grab-
did you guys see Extraction? That was hilarious.
I loved it.
I
All the-
don't
all the
dislike.
blood.
Did you see the part when he got shot in the head? Fucking cracked
Oh my
me
God.
up.
I
As
don't dislike a little bit of comedy in an action film.
I don't
okay?
either, but I don't need comedy to enjoy an action film.
Well, you better make it good then. They didn't.
What?
I liked Extraction.
It's fine.
It's
But you're,
great.
You're being too negative, and Ben's. I feel like I have a devil angel situation on my thing, trying to convince me about Extraction.
Ben says it's the best movie he's ever seen.
Funniest guy in the universe. That's inside baseball. This is the best action movie of all time.
I'm interested to see it. I'm not saying like I'm jazzed about it, but I like the first one enough to be interested in the second one.
Me
No.
too. If you can't tell, me too. Hey, Brad, real quick. You have any more of the chips?
All right, that's it. Third time's joke's done. You ruined it.
Now, speaking of a great movie coming up,
Okay.
Meg
okay.
to the Trench.
No, you can't. No, you can't be serious.
Oh, I'm serious.
You think this looks better than Extraction?
I didn't say that, but I think that this looks fucking awesome.
This looks like Sharknado 8. This
No!
it looks. So,
I am
it
with
looks
Ben
so,
on this. This looks
it
so
looks so
hokey.
cheesy.
It looks
It
so
is supposed to be.
hokey.
Did you see the first one?
No,
Yeah, but honestly, the production value looks terrible here.
No, it doesn't.
compared to.
No, it doesn't.
No,
It's-
I didn't find the first one
Yeah,
hokey.
no,
I didn't find the first one
The
hokey.
first one definitely is hokey. It's hokey in the way that like certain Godzilla movies are, that certain monster movies are, like Deep Blue Sea. Like, but it's fun. It's like it's
The
heightened
first
action.
one, yes. If you're talking about the first one, yes.
And the second one is more of the same.
No, the first
No.
one took itself seriously enough, though.
You didn't pay attention to it.
No, I mean they were. I will defend this a little bit because in the first one they hid the shark for a lot of it, and then it was this menace. Now with this one, it's like hang 10, dude. The Meg's on the beach. Like,
yeah,
did you
I'm
see that?
fine with
Are
that.
you- okay, but let's just not put this in the theater and put it on Sci-Fi where it belongs.
Exactly.
No, fuck that. I want to see this on a big screen with a big bucket of popcorn, and I want to have
How
fun.
many of the Sharknadoes have you seen?
None, and I refuse to.
Why?
Why?
Because
This is exactly
it.
what
this
this
is
is.
it.
No,
this is Sharknado with Jason Statham.
It's not it. This is
Jason Statham presents Sharknado.
This is nowhere near as ridiculous, even though it does have ridiculous
It
things
is
in
every
it.
bit. Did you see Jason Statham like throwing a javelin while on his
Nothing is
Does he
more.
riding a
Does
wave?
he ride a wave and throw a javelin?
Yes.
Nothing. It's not a javelin. It's a harpoon. They're in the fucking ocean. Why the fuck would he have a javelin, you assholes? Use some logic. There's nothing. There's nothing more ridiculous in this trailer than in any of the Fast and Furious movies, and I'm thoroughly entertained by those. I get what this movie's trying to do. I am smelling what it's selling, and I like it.
I am smelling what it's selling, I like it.
It looks like a lot
Brad
of fun.
Oman.
It looks like
Can you tweet that?
yeah.
I am smelling what they're selling, and I like it.
No, it's. I think it looks like a lot of fun. I love the use of
Poor CGI.
Barracuda in it.
Poor CGI.
I'm not going to be critical of visual effects in movies for the most part because they're always unfinished when it comes to trailers. They look as good as they can by the time the trailer needs to come out. They're not final movie quality.
It's not going to look great when it comes out.
I don't care. And I don't care.
Okay, but that's fine.
I do not care.
Why did you not watch Sharknado?
Because it looks way worse.
Guess what movies you'll be assigned next time we do this?
I won't ever watch it. Any of the Sharknadoes. I'll no, not even close.
I'll watch it for you.
Not even close. Do it. Watch them all for me. Feel free. Fucking pile them on like Chef Boyardee.
Like Chef Boyardee.
Yeah, because he loves fucking pasta.
You're really off the rails tonight.
What can I say? I'm feeling Momoa. But yeah, no, I think this looks like a lot of fun. Like it's supposed to be silly, mindless, and I like the director who did this. His name is Ben Wheatley. You may not have seen some of the stuff he's done, but he's done movies like Free Fire and Kill List and Sightseers. He's very good at doing brutal action mixed with dark comedy. And I can see him doing something like this, and because like feeling like a kind of a piranha, but with some sharper teeth, and not
No.
asshole.
Piranha with sharper teeth? Come on, that was a good
I know, but I wasn't intending it that way.
Excuse us.
That was a good pun.
Yeah, excuse you.
Make sure that I'm on board with the puns that I make.
You know what? Extraction sucks.
Okay. Calm it
Fucking
down.
dumpster fire.
Whoa. I'm telling
Dumpster fire.
don't. I'm telling Chris Hemsworth you said that.
Hey guys, I have a game inspired by the Meg 2.
Let's do it.
Let's play, y'all.
All right, so this is a game I'm calling Tweet Flix.
Hold on. Who's doing the game song?
I'm not doing it.
Ben, it's Spencer.
I did the trailer song.
He did do a pretty good job doing the Chip and Dale trailer song.
After you had already done it.
But I didn't do Chip and Dale. I did Rocket Man.
What?
Or not Rocket Man, Benny and the Jets.
I really didn't want to.
Is that what that was?
Wow, dick move.
I didn't want to not defend you there, so I just shut up. I was like, yeah, after I did Rocket Man, I'm like, yeah, that was Rocket Man. Yeah, nobody don't make fun of Brad for that. Like he did good.
He did a pretty good job doing Chip and Dale.
Are there any songs with shark in it?
Shark.
Ooh, games timer.
Shing ding ding.
Play some games. Ding.
Games. Serious games. We're gonna talk about movies and trailers. We do a podcast. Ooh, go fix yourself.
Oh, damn. All right, guys, we tried very hard.
That's pretty good, actually.
And honestly,
I think that's one of the best group efforts we've had in a while.
That's pretty
do
impressive.
you hear it though? Everybody just turned off. They just.
I'll tell you. You know what? I'm turned on.
All right, so this is a game I'm calling Tweet Flix shark version.
Shark version.
Guys, I gotta go.
And so the way this is played is I actually use
Brad, by the way, just nice high notes. By the way,
Oh, thanks.
Yeah, you
Just
really
throw
hit
that
those.
Thanks. I
Yeah,
appreciate it.
can't
You've
go
been
that
working
high.
on that.
No, I try.
Good for you.
So I put the Wikipedia summary of this movie into ChatGPT,
Okay.
and I asked it to form a summary that's shorter. Okay.
Okay.
Then I took that shorter summary, and I said, create a tweet out of this summary.
Oh Jesus, he really put some effort into that.
Not really, because ChatGPT did it all.
No, but he made
thought
there's
process.
layers.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah,
It's
and
like
so
a
what I'm
seven-
gonna
Wow. Yeah. Dick move, Ben. Just like let him have his fun.
You know,
I think it's everyone's
Nate,
fun.
You're defending him because I don't really defend him when you make fun of his games.
No, because I appreciate that he did.
I mean,
this.
I thought it was to be a new concept. Of
I
the
love
game.
this.
Yeah.
I love this.
Yeah.
And so these are all movies
Brett,
that
get on
have
board.
sharks in them. Okay.
Okay.
All right.
So, for instance, this is the tweet that ChatGPT gave me for this film. We need a buzzer, though.
Flug.
Chomp.
Okay. All right. So,
Oh wait, by the way, Ben is Flug.
Brad is chomp.
Okay.
the way this goes is I will read the tweet. If you get it right, you get 2 points. If
Okay.
you don't, if nobody gets it, I will go to the summary that it gave me. You get 1 point for that. Okay.
Oh,
All right.
shit.
I like it.
All right.
Wait, am I Chomp or Flug?
You know.
Yo, come on. The hunt is on. Follow the thrilling adventure of Police Chief Martin Brody.
Chomp. You said mine, so
No.
he buzzed in.
No,
for me.
Yeah, he did. You did say
Yeah, he
that's
buzzed in.
a disqualification.
Jaws. It's Jaws.
No, but
Jaws is
honestly,
correct.
you know what I did? I mean,
Did you say flump?
no, but when you probably can't even hear it because we talked to each other. I said honk. I couldn't remember.
So this
I
is the
got so
tweet that
worried.
summarizes Jaws from ChatGPT. The hunt is on. Follow the thrilling adventure of Police Chief Martin Brody, marine biologist Hooper, and professional fisherman Quint as they try to take down the great white shark terrorizing Amity Island in the classic movie Jaws. Hashtag classic movie, hashtag thriller, hashtag adventure.
Wow, it did
hashtag,
hashtags.
Yeah, Amity Island. All right, moving on.
Okay.
After her mother's death, medical student Nancy Adams goes to a secluded beach
Flug.
in Yep,
The Shallows.
Yeah.
correct. I'll finish that. Goes to a secluded beach in Mexico and is attacked by a great white shark. She uses her wits to survive and is eventually rescued. A year later, she goes surfing in her family in Texas. Hashtag shark attack. Hashtag survival
That
story.
one's not very
Hashtag
good
family
because
bonding.
it tells you everything.
Yeah, she survives.
Yeah, at least the Jaws one left it open, like, oh, what's gonna happen? This
Yeah.
one was
Also-
like, hey, here's the ending.
The Shallows, good movie.
It is very good movie.
All right, so it's 2-2.
That's Blake Lively, right?
Mhm.
Yeah, she's
Mhm.
awesome in that.
Yeah.
Oscar the Cleaner Ross bets on a seahorse race to pay off his debt.
Flug.
Yep.
Shark Tale.
Oh fuck.
Yep. But when he loses, he lies about killing a shark and becomes famous. With the help of his friend Angie and a vegetarian shark Lenny, they stage a fake battle and become friends in the end. Hashtag Shark Slayer. Hashtag Oscar.
Hashtag
Shark
Yeah.
Slayer.
Yeah.
Jesus.
Hashtag Angie. Hashtag Lenny. Hashtag Whale Wash. Hashtag Seahorse.
That's
race.
too many hashtags.
That's a lot of
yeah.
hashtags.
Yeah. ChatGPT likes his hashtags.
Martin Scorsese's in Shark Tale.
Yes, he is playing himself.
Yeah, basically.
He's. Do you know there's an eyebrow fish? Evidently,
So Ben 4,
I have a 4. Yeah.
Yeah.
Brad 2.
Yes.
The group thought they were researching mako sharks to help.
Chomp.
Yep.
Deep Blue Sea.
Correct. The group thought they were researching mako sharks to help with
It's
Alzheimer's.
Mako shark. It's Mako.
Mako sharks. But things quickly went wrong when one of the sharks escaped. Only a few survived using explosives to kill the last shark and escape on a boat. Hashtag.
Wow, spoiled
wait,
again.
Wait. Hashtag Alzheimer's. Hashtag.
It's also
Mako
research
sharks.
related.
Hashtag escape. Hashtag chaos. Hashtag survival.
They really missed the Shark Slayer one for that one.
All right. Here's another one. So it's 4-4.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Finn and his friends bravely faced off against a series of tornadoes with sharks in
Flug.
them. Yep.
Sharknado.
Yep.
What?
To save Los Angeles from flooding. Hashtag Sharknado. Hashtag heroic friends. Hashtag Los Angeles. Hashtag brave journey.
These hashtags suck.
Hashtag Brave,
Brave
Journey. Like that was his Lord of the Rings.
Ugh,
All right.
brave little toaster.
Just a couple more. So what is that now?
6.
6'4".
I'm
Just
only,
like
only
my
16.
favorite basketball player.
Lisa and
Who?
Kate.
Wait, hold on. Who's 6'4" that yours your favorite basketball
I
player?
don't know.
Lisa and Kate's shark diving trip in Mexico turns tragic when the
Flug.
witch.
47 meters down.
Wow, you are
Yeah.
good at shark movies.
We actually watch a lot of them. I'm not gonna lie to you. Bailey and I like horror movies, and we really like
Well,
shark
plus
movies.
you and Mike and Elise celebrate Shark Week all the time.
Yeah.
Fucking just rub one out to him all the time.
So
Hey, that's a friend of the pod, Mike and Elise, and their new baby.
hey, how many points?
8.
How many points does Brad have?
2. 4.
4. Fuck you.
I'm sorry. I forgot. You have half my points.
You're
Eight for the height of my favorite Amazon woman.
Roger Wadlow.
of our beloved friend of the podcast, Your Game Warrior son.
No,
All right.
he was only 7'7".
It's George.
Daniel
That's
and
Mirasol.
Susan's scuba diving vacation turns into a fight for survival. Will they make it out alive? Yep.
Open water.
Wow.
Damn.
Dang. Let's see. Just a couple more. Here we go.
Actually, you know what it is?
What?
10-4, good buddy.
Peter Gulke
No, nothing.
Mhm.
and his crew go on an epic adventure to find Bigfoot in Ecuador. From shark attacks to run-ins with pygmies, this wild journey is full of surprises. Hashtag Bigfoot, hashtag Ecuador, hashtag adventure.
That one's a stumper.
Chomp.
Oh, chomp.
Oh,
Bigfoot versus Megalodon.
no.
Oh.
Ooh,
Do you have a guess?
I don't.
All right. You guys can both guess under the summary.
Oh, wait, then I will guess. I'm sorry. I thought that maybe I
Yeah,
was
go ahead.
the
Yep.
only one because he already ruined his chances.
No,
but
no,
okay,
you
that's
can
fine.
guess.
Let's go with
Great radio. Real good.
By the way,
Really,
I love
really,
that we're
glad,
doing
really, glad
radio.
really glad we waited for this.
Let's go with
Good guess here. Can't wait for this one. It's gonna be good.
Fantasy Island.
That was worth the wait.
No.
I tried.
Jesus Christ.
Peter Galkey. This is the summary that JetGPT gives
Yeah.
based on it. All right, Peter Galkey, the host of a failing nature program, tries to save the show by going on a wild adventure to find Bigfoot in Ecuador. Along the way, they encounter various mishaps and setbacks, including a shark attack and a
Flug.
run in...
Strange Wilderness.
Correct.
Wow.
Starring who?
That would be Steve Zahn,
And who?
Seth Green? No.
Matthew Lillard.
Matthew
No.
Lillard.
Jonah Hill.
Jonah Hill.
Jonah Hill and Steve Zahn were in Strange Wilderness. They were the main two.
Well,
I thought
the
it was
main-
a triumvirate.
Alan Covert is the sound man for stage.
One of Adam Sandler's buddies.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, the guy that in Grandma's Boy.
Jonah Hill is the equipment manager. Kevin Heffernan
Yeah, from Super Troopers.
did
Plays Farva.
Yeah, Farva.
okay. This is a Happy Madison production. I was gonna say these are like, and I think he's been in Happy Madison stuff before too. So
Kevin Heffernan.
I thought so.
No. Trust me, I know my Happy Medicine Productions. I actually really do, and he's not in
Justin Long is in it. Jeff Garland, Ernest Borgnine, Seth Rogen is the voice of a ranger in a helicopter.
Of course he is.
Yeah.
That's what he's most known for.
Yeah. That's the first thing I think of when I think of Seth Rogen.
You down there.
And John Farley, who is
Chris Farley's brother.
Yep.
Yeah.
And that's it. How many points did you get?
Baker's dozen.
How many points did you have?
12-4.
Yeah, I stuck at 4. I didn't want to shoot for the moon on this one.
12-4, bad buddy.
Congratulations,
Thanks.
Ben. You are the winner of whatever I called that game. Tweet Flix, shark version.
Yeah.
I love
Tweet
it.
Flix, shark version.
Sharp version.
Shard version.
Guys, we did it.
We did it.
We got a whole episode.
Guys, I don't know about you, but I'm feeling kind of sexy.
You know what I'm feeling
Why
like?
are you reading a book?
Well, I'm reading a book because, I teased you about this. I told you I was thinking about doing this. When I was at a bookstore,
No.
I found a book on the shelf called Adult Movies, rating hundreds of the best films for home video and cable.
Yeah.
No,
This-
okay, Nate, you cannot do that.
Go
This
on.
is
No,
an
this is not-
alphabetical collection
This ASMR is not working for me,
of
Nate.
reviews
Oh no.
of softcore pornography.
How are you going to turn this into a game?
Oh, this isn't a game. This is something.
This is my life.
This is something.
Every
I'm gonna,
episode, he's reading a new chapter.
This is something I'm going to do every now and then. Maybe it's once a month.
Every
Basically, just if I'm feeling real
Hey,
horned.
what time are we at? Are we at well over? We just cut all this.
If I'm feeling horned up, what I'm going to do. And you know what? I'm glad that I picked this one because it works perfect with the Meg. This is a review for Sex Boat, directed by Svetlana, and it has Kelly Nichols, Candy
Wait,
Barber, and Randy
a
West.
single name director?
That's right, and her name is Svetlana. This
the great
movie. This is basically a retelling of an already bad idea. TV's The Love Boat.
Also, by the way,
Don't interrupt me.
Hold on.
Stop
No,
interrupting.
I'm talking about
Hold
Sex
on.
Boat, and
Hold
you're
on.
gonna ruin my fucking buzz.
hold on. I want to let every listener know he's really holding a book called Adult Movies that he bought at a bookstore. This isn't a bit.
Why would I make this up?
It just sounds like something you would do.
I'm not gonna make up a review about Sex Boat.
No, that's Alex Pappas'
This
job.
is basically a retelling of an already bad idea. TV's The Love Boat. It does, however, have some good erotic sequences and is somewhat entertaining. Two stowaways hide out on an all-woman luxury liner. Naturally, many ladies are intrigued by the two and indulge themselves with great abandon. The guys are finally found out and tossed into the brig, but later released to help fight some pirates. The premise allows a lot of sexual situations, and the makers of this picture capitalize on it with great zeal. Randy West and Robert Lyon do a nice job playing two roosters in a hen house.
Two roosters in a hen house.
The movie is packed with gorgeous model types in smart naval suits, giving it a titillating quality. But the movie is more silly than funny.
Wow. You know what? Good for Svetlana. Putting herself out there and directing.
Yeah, 2 stars for that one.
Yeah, Buck and Roger, or whoever the hell those two guys were.
So that
Those are
was
2 stars.
adult movies.
Oh my God. No. And I'm sorry. I didn't know he was going to do this. I apologize to all the listeners, especially if you're driving with your kids in the car. That's weird. Any final thoughts?
I can't wait to see Sex Boat.
Nate? Okay. Bye, everybody. Bye.
Nah, cheating, eh?